Tommy, let's move to you. I mentioned that you had the book under your pillow for many years. Can you talk about what was in the book that made it suitable to be a stage adaptation, and what was in the book that made it suitable to be a film adaptation?
Yeah, I think that's something I discovered by doing it a little bit, but when the book was given to me, handed over to me, David Berthold, the artistic director at Griffin, said, "Is this a play?" So I was reading it with that question. And I knew very quickly, because of the character of Tim, that Tim was a theatre maker, and theatre had a place in the narrative. But also David's reason for giving me that book was that Tim had worked at the Griffin Theatre Company. So there was an opportunity for some of the scenes in the play to be taking place in the very building where they really took place. So there were all these sort of pointers in the material itself, pointing to theatre. And so I knew that it was going to be a very theatrical undertaking, and that was both in its plot but also just in the spirit of it and Tim's wit. But as I was writing the play, right from the beginning, there were scenes that I was taking from the book, and I knew that they were never the stuff of theatre. They weren't going to find their entrance. So I just put them aside, and that pile continued to grow. And with that pile, also the ambition to chase a film grew as well, which took a long time.
Can you talk, because we've got a lot of publishers in the room, I'm really conscious of trying to give them information about what practitioners think books should have for good film and TV. Can you spell out what exactly was in Holding the Man that made it filmic? Or did you have to make it filmic?
Well, I think that's right. It's a process of transforming the material. It's what books have to have is be good books. An adaptation is about embracing its new form. So there might be something in its essence that you know is going to give to, in Holding the Man, the things that were distinct from the play, give to the landscape or the detail of sex and the body, and also investing in the point of view of this storyteller, Tim, in a way that felt cinematic. But no, books need to be great books, and films need to be very distinct to that. So it's in that transformation that it happens. That's the creative act. I don't think books that have the ambition to be films necessarily make good books.
Are you sick of the book now?
Pardon?
Are you sick of the book now?
No, I never. It's been a funny thing, I have had this book in my life for, I guess, 10 years since that commission of the play, and then for a long time it was just me and the book trying to hope that this film would happen, and then, we're joined by people that could make it happen. And no, I've never felt any fatigue with Tim and John, and anything as the film was hitting screens, I started to wonder if I would feel really sad that I was no longer looking at life and saying, how might that experience or encounter, inspire something about the film or a key to this adaptation. But I got to the end of it, and actually I am very pleased that it's finished and the job is done and there is room for other projects, and I don't feel sad at all.
Yeah. One of the things you said to me last week, which I found really interesting, was that perhaps publishers that are looking to sell film rights should actually be looking to the potential for stage. Why did you say that exactly?
Well, I just think that it might be something that sometimes goes overlooked, and maybe internationally, you see it as a great source for adaptation, material. But then, 12 months ago at the Sydney Film Festival, there were 4 play-to-stage adaptations. I guess Holding the Man is probably closer to a book adaptation because we went back to the book, but it happened because of the play. But, Count Reuben Guthrie, The Daughter, Last Cab to Darwin, something's afoot, and I just think it would be good for the playwriting culture as well if there was that possibility, and I think there are many in the theatrical canon that are ripe for the picking.